Okay, so the sim basically is running on 3 computers, right? The first one right here, which is running the actual flight sim game and Prosim system software, and this one here is a laptop that is being used only for Navigraph, and another computer there that is going to be used to run these displays right here, the lower ECAS, upper ECAS, and the MFDs. Okay, to start, basically what I do is there's a BAT file here that once you click it, it automatically launches the CDU, the audio, and it launches the Prosim application. And the same thing on this computer. Once I click the BAT file right here, it should launch all the screens automatically. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Let me turn off this light. It's not really flickering, it's just in the videos there. Okay, so turn off light. So now this is also running the screens and the instructor iOS software. Okay. Okay, so now we got that kicked off. Let me go ahead and quickly launch the sim. Okay, so here we are in the sim. I'm just going to do a quick flight. Let's say we are in Ontario Airport and I'm going to be at the gate. Let's actually go to San Diego Airport. Let's just pick like a large, okay? And we're not going to import any flights, we'll do that later. Let's go ahead and click start. Again, this is just a video somebody asked me to do, just to do a quick cold and start to make sure, to show how everything is running. There's a lot that's going to go into the setup, getting the plane ready, getting the flight ready, so I'm not going to do any of that right now. We'll do that separately. So here we are in San Diego Airport, and let's go ahead and we are at the gate. Everything is turned off, like you see. We are cold, and we are going to do a start. Okay, so we're gonna look at the overhead panel. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with the DC power. Let's turn off the phone. Okay, the battery, I'm gonna set it to on. Okay, so now that brings almost everything to life. Okay, next thing I want to go is the standby power. I'm gonna set it to battery. Okay, now once that happens, we should look at the CDU, and then we're gonna go into maintenance. We're gonna request ground power. Okay, once that happens, you will see that the ground power light is now available. Okay, we activate ground power. I'm gonna set the IRS to nav so it can align. Once I do that, I'm gonna do the usual. So I'm gonna turn on the window heat, and I can also turn on the probe. Okay. Once I do that, I can now set the fuel pumps. We'll start with the left ones, and then we can start the APU. Hold it down. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Just give it a minute or so. Once the APU is ready, you should the light right here, the APU gen off bus should light on. Once it lights up, we will actually start the APU. Okay, now everything is coming to life. Okay, now it's on and you can actually hear it as well. So let's go ahead and turn the APU gen on. We're also now gonna do the turn on the APU bleed right there. Okay, now we're gonna do the rest of the fuel pumps. We're also going to do the hydraulic pumps. Once we do all that, we're gonna set the engine to ground. Okay, and we can see that it's starting here. So let me, this screen is not showing up, so we'll just do MFD engine right here, and then we'll see the engine information. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. All right, now engine is booting up, everything is looking good. I'm just waiting for the engine these two yellow warnings to go away, and then once that happens, the engine start will go automatically by itself go off, and then I will power the first engine. Okay, now we go to the engine number 1, and the same thing is happening here. Give it a little bit of time, and then we will go ahead and do this. Same thing will happen. This one will go back to off. Anyway, we're almost done. A little left. Okay, all good. Now what we can do is we can turn on the engine 1 and engine 2 from here. Okay, we can also turn off the bleed, and we can turn off the APU completely. And also I should have done that earlier, but I can go to maintenance and ground service, and I can turn off ground power. So at this point, I mean, I can clear, if you see any warnings, you can clear all the warnings. Let's do yaw damper as well. Okay, everything is good. So at this point, I think we are ready to push back. Let me just set the flaps real quick to 5 for takeoff right now. Auto brake to off, and I can set the autopilot on all of that, but I'm not going to do any of that right now. We can do that in a separate video. So let's go ahead and let me see where I am in the airport. So I am right, which airport is, oh, I should be in San Diego. So let me let's see this one right here, and then hopefully okay. So here I am. Let me go to runway 27. Okay, so from the iOS I am going to go ahead and do a, let's release the parking brake, and then let's do a pushback. So now we're doing a pushback. Just give it a minute, and okay, so we can see we started the pushback. Okay, and you can see the plane also moving in Navigraph. once the plane is pointed in the right direction, I'm just gonna make it to runway 27 and we'll do a quick takeoff. Okay, so we're almost there, so let's go ahead and stop. Okay, we stopped it right there, so let's go ahead and go to runway 27. We'll give it a bit of a throttle. And I'm gonna use the tiller here. Sorry guys, I'm using one hand for the video and the other hand as well. So let me slow down a bit. Okay, so we're almost at the runway. We're not going by any of the rules, just for this video, for the sake of the video. And let's go on the runway. Okay, and let's go ahead and I'm gonna leave the tiller alone and let's go ahead and take off. And gear up. We are good to go. And of course, I can set the autopilot and I can go up and then you'll see everything. I can set this up. Okay. There you go. And everything is working as expected, so there you go. Into the clouds. Alright, we're gonna come back with a detailed video about setting, from start to finish with setting up the flight plan and the FMC and all of that. But for now, just a quick video.